Yeah, my name's Brad. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. This is sorry, one moment, I'm a bit tired today, but we're going to go with it anyway. And this is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. This is episode 17. And the title for today is Pushing Through the Tired, Real Talk. So it's pushing through the tired, real talk. And I can definitely speak genuinely about this today because I am literally feeling this right now. This is not like a really massive bad thing or anything, but I'm a little bit unwell, let's say. I don't feel well. I don't feel well. My energy's not good. And this happens to all of us, I think, at some point. We get ill. We get colds, we get flus, and I'm not saying that's the biggest, worst thing. A lot of people get a lot worse things, of course they do. But the point is, your best is going to be different every day, isn't it? Some days you can do a lot, and some days you can't. And today, I'm genuinely feeling it. I'm pushing, I'm just turning up the best I can. So I do apologise if I am not quite as energetic or as coherent as I usually am. I'm just going to mess around with the camera a little bit, guys. So yeah, that's where I'm at. This is the honest check-in that I have. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about those type of things today. And then I'm going to end, obviously, anyone who wants to interact, I will answer as the video goes on. It's like a free-flowing type style of vlog. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself today, really, because I'm not up to it. I'm not amazing today. I'm not at my best. I'm a little bit off. I'm a little bit tired. I'm being real. And that's what it's all about today. That's what I'm going to talk about today. It's like when just pushing through the tiredness of life sometimes. And maybe that happens more when you get older. I suppose when you're younger, you've got more energy, but we all feel shitty sometimes. We're not always at our best, are we? I don't think it's realistic. For me personally, I put a lot of pressure on myself as well. And if I feel like I'm not doing enough, I feel bad about it. But some days you just got to turn up, man. And this is where I'm at today. This is where I'm at today. Yeah. And sometimes you can be physically tired, mentally tired, or emotionally tired, can't you? There's different types of tiredness, I suppose. But let me just refer to my notes. But I wanted to come on and talk about what it means still do your best. You still do your best on that day, and you shouldn't be comparing yesterday to today. Because sometimes you can move mountains, and other times you just got to drag your ass through the day, and that's the best you can do, isn't it? Sometimes, and even when you feel like you've got nothing left, there's nothing in you, you can still keep going. Lorenzo Roblox channel is saying, I have a good day and I can. She said, Lorenzo also said, hi. Hello, Lorenzo. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thanks for your comments, by the way. Keep them coming. So yeah, it's just an honest check-in. God. And this is not saying I'm really ill or anything, but I'm just feeling run down, feeling a bit tired. Gordon Pro says hi as well. Hi to Gordon Pro. Hello to everybody that's viewing at the moment. Yeah, nice to have you with us, by the way. So I'm going to move on. So basically, it's what are you doing, Half-Life? And what am I talking about today? I'm talking about doing your best when you're feeling tired, basically, because that's where I'm at today. That's my genuine. This is my. Sander says hello as well. Hello, Sander. Nice to have you with us again. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm just being real where I'm at today. Not feeling at my best. I'm going to talk about that a bit more in depth, and then obviously get everyone involved if I can. So tired. Moving on now. So tired doesn't mean that you're weak, and sometimes you think it does. You think, oh, I'm weak. I'm useless. I'm rubbish. And also, I find when I'm tired. It feels almost like you're a little bit ill. I'm not saying it's really bad, but you feel a bit ill and everything bothers you more and you attract more negativity more when you're tired. I do anyway. I feel like I do. Yeah. And things bother you more when you're tired as well. Things piss you off more when you're tired. it's harder to deal with things. You're less resilient, in my opinion. Gordon Pro, I sub to you. Oh, thank you, Gordon Pro. Really appreciate it. Honestly, it means a massive deal. Thank you. I really appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate it. Thanks. So yeah, tired doesn't mean you're weak. And you've liked. Thank you, Gordon Pro. Thank you. And we live in referring to my notes again, to be open and transparent, but a lot of this is just coming from me speaking. I'm just using it as a guidance. We live in a culture that tells us to grind 24/7, like a rat race, isn't it? Especially in England. I don't know about other countries. Some other countries are a bit more laid back, like Croatia. I know they're a bit more laid back. They still work, but they're a bit more chilled about it. But in England, it's a rat race. I think it's constantly 24/7. Go, go, go. You've got to do. You've got to do. And maybe in America as well. I've not lived in America, but from what I've heard in a lot of America, it's just constantly go, go, go all the time, working all the time. But the truth is, exhaustion isn't failure. It isn't failure. It doesn't mean you've effed up. Sometimes it's your body saying you need to slow down a little bit. You need to chill out a little bit. Sorry, we're very back to my notes again. Some days your best might look like just showing up, just breathing, just getting through the day, man. It's hard. I know it's fucking hard sometimes. And yeah, tired doesn't mean you're weak. Anyone got any thoughts on that? Just gonna have a sip of water. Like today, I'm just here. I'm just here now, talking the best I can. I'm trying to be as interesting as I can. It might sound boring. I don't know, but I'm here. I'm tired. I'm here just about. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. So number 3, moving on. What your best looks like can change. So what your best? Sandra's saying, I'm tired too. People and life are so exhausting. I'm going to break that. I'm tired too. People and life are so exhausting. Yeah, it can be, can't it? It can be shit out there sometimes. This is different for everyone, of course. I'm tired too. People. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to go to keep your sound out. James Williams has made a comment. I'll answer that in a moment, James. Sorry, I'll think the best I can with that. I'm tired too. People in life are so exhausting. Yeah, it can be, can't it? And you're doing a job that you don't really like, but you need to pay the bills, and you're turning up. And sometimes you're waking up in the morning, it's cold, it's wet, it's shit. It's raining, it's dark, it's dull. You go to work, like in winter, you go to work, it's dark. You come home from work and it's dark. And you're around people that you might not even like. Some people are nice, don't get me wrong, but some people are just assholes, and you've got to work with them doing a job you don't like, and it can be exhausting, and it can grind you down. And that's where you need to try and look after yourself the best you can. Find any way you can to lift yourself up a little bit, just to get through it. Easier said than done, though, of course, and not one size fits all. James, are you going to vote reform? Interesting question. Obviously, historically, from my lifetime, it's always been Labour or Conservative, hasn't it? I don't want to get too political on here, because there's a lot I don't know and a lot I don't understand. But it's either red or blue. But either whichever you choose, it's a different shade of shit, basically, isn't it? I don't want to go too in detail on that, but Conservatives, Labour, blah blah blah. And I think anyone who's in power, they don't like. Is reform an option? Maybe it is. I've looked at it myself. Some of what they say I do agree with, some I don't agree with. Everyone's got their own opinion, of course. At least it's an alternative. However, are they really going to fix everything? I'm very skeptical, because they always say that, don't they? And I don't trust politicians at all. And I don't know what to choose anymore. It's like an illusion of choice. I don't want to go too political now, because I don't know everything. But will I vote reform? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm not sure yet. I struggle with politics, because I think there's so much lies. I just don't trust it, and a lot of people don't either. And do I trust reform 100%? No, I don't. Some of what they say sounds good, but is it all good? Are they really going to change things? Question mark. Or are they ruled by billionaires? puppets on a string. Anyway, that's another discussion, and I don't know. I'm smart enough to realise I don't know everything about that. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the comments. Sandra's saying, will that even make a difference? Good question. In an ideal world, it would, wouldn't it? You'd like to hope. It's nice to have a bit of hope. If you've got a new political party that makes a big difference and makes things better and everyone's happier, that'd be great, idealistically. But reality is that achievable? How's that achievable? What's it going to look like? How are they going to do it? Are they going to follow through on what they're going to say? Like I've just mentioned. Noah says hi. Hi, Noah. Mastermind, cool eyebrows, mate. Thanks. I've never been complimented on my eyebrows before. But thanks. Good answer. We're on the same page, James. Yeah. And I can see why people are looking at reform because of the lack of hope for the lack of hope for the status quo has led to people being attracted to reform, and I understand that. Yeah. And James Sanders says, James, I agree too. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to carry on speaking the best I can. So some days your best might look like just showing up, just breathing, and it's just being reminding yourself, like, do you know what? I fucking turned up to work today. I'm going to do the bare minimum. I'm going to get the job done. I'm not going to be amazing today, and that's it. And not be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up, is what I'm trying to say. I do this all the bloody time. I'm so hard on myself. I really am. I have a perfectionist mindset, but at the same time, I'm a hypocrite because I'm not perfect, of course. But I have that. I just really want to do my best. I'm very hard on myself. I beat myself up. And when I feel tired, I feel like I need to do more. I feel like shit. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. And I think this is what I do. And this is a reminder to myself to stop doing that. It's hard though, especially when you want to do well in life. You want to achieve in life. But sometimes you're tired. You got to listen to your fucking body. It's like, say, rest, recuperate, stop. Some people struggle with this. I struggle with this sometimes. Oh, 1111, which is, if you believe in it or not, is an angel number 1111. There's a meaning in that, if you believe in that kind of thing. But I see that as a positive. Thanks for sharing that, Sandra. 1111. That's beautiful. If you want to look into that, look online or whatever. I can't think of exactly what it means, if I'm honest, but I do know it's an angel number. I know that much. Anyway, so I'm going to move on. What your best look like changes. Some days, your best is smashing goals. So you're winning. Some days you turn up and you can do absolutely. Some days I can move mountains. I'm just smashing it. I've got loads of energy. I'm just winning all the way. I can just get loads done. And then the next day, probably showing my age, I'm hanging out my ass. Sorry to swerve. It's like, oh no, I'm really tired. But some days you can smash your goals. You can move mountains. You can get loads done. Other days, your best is brushing your teeth and just answering a text or something. It's just like, I'm just here. I'm just going to drag myself out of bed. I'm just going to brush my teeth. It sounds really simple. I'm going to listen to my body. I know I'm tired. I'm not going to go and do anything stressful today. I'm not going to make any another big one, in my opinion, as well, is when you're tired, don't make some fucking important decisions. Don't do it. Because you're not going to make the best decision. You're not going to make the best decision when you're tired. I think you make mistakes. I think it changes your psychology as well. It changes the way you think. It changes the way I think anyway. When I'm tired, I have a different outlook on life. It's probably, if I'm honest, when I'm tired, I have more of a negative outlook. Things piss me off more when I'm tired. And if I make a big decision when I'm tired, I think I'm more likely to make a mistake, especially if it's a big decision. Gordon Pro saying, I'm back. Hello. Welcome back, Gordon Pro. Hello. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So don't make my opinion is, I don't know what everyone else thinks, but don't make big decisions when you're tired. Don't, man. I think you can make mistakes then. Gordon Pro saying I needed to do something. Coach, you've got to live your life, Gordon Pro. Do what's best for you, man. That's the best way. Do what's best for you. As long as you're not hurting anyone else, do what's best for you. So another quote is, stop judging today's effort by yesterday's energy. So just because you were winning yesterday and today you're absolutely knackered, you could have gone to the gym and done a workout and smashed it. The next day, your body's going to be sore. Probably. Unless you're super fit and you're used to it. but your body's probably going to be sore, your muscles are going to be aching. Most people can't do the same the next day. You can't always do the same day. It depends on the energy of the day and how you are. And just because you were smashing it yesterday doesn't mean you can smash it today. And you shouldn't, and that's okay. That's fine. That's normal. You're human. We're not robots. We're not robots. Sandra's asking, what did you need to do? I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm going to move on. I'm going to keep going. So now I'm going to move on. There's a guilt. The title is The Guilt Around Rest. So the guilt that you can feel about not doing much, about resting. And has anyone ever felt guilty for being tired? Tracy C says hi. Hi, Tracy. Nice to have you with us. Good of you to join us. Thank you. Has anyone ever felt guilty for being tired? They feel bad. They feel bad because they can't do what sometimes you have a thought. Sometimes I think, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do this, this, and this. This is what I need to do. And if I don't do those things, I feel bad. I beat myself up. So therefore, that's where the guilt can come from. So I'm just saying, yes. Yeah, you feel bad, don't you? You think, oh shit, I've only got 2 days off this week. I've only got 1 day off to do this. I need to get this done by the end of the week. It's Saturday and I'm busy tomorrow. And then the Saturday comes and you're absolutely tired. You're just burnt out, and then you don't achieve what and you feel bad because you're not achieving what you intended to do that day. And that guilt can eat away at you, men and women. That can eat away at us, can't it? Because we're taught that rest is laziness. I suppose we're programmed in a way, aren't we? I suppose. Tracy C saying, I always feel tired. Yeah, God, that's not a nice feeling. Sorry, Tracy, that's not a nice feeling. Is there any reasons why you feel tired all the time? Do you know why? There's a lot of factors in there, isn't there? I tell you what helps me. I'm not a doctor, of course. By the way, disclaimer. But I do find, and I don't know everything, do your own research. If you need to speak to a doctor, of course, but I'm not one. Let's be open and honest. However, I do know that magnesium is deficient in a lot of people, and magnesium glycinate can help with fatigue, with energy, and it can help with sleep. Dawn Sneddon, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, Dawn. Carnivore makes me feel less anxious and more motivated. It's like a carnivore diet, are you saying? Jordan Peterson does that, doesn't he? Jordan, I don't know if anyone knows Jordan. I think a lot of people know who Jordan Peterson is. He has a carnivore-only diet, doesn't he? He eats red meat and he just drinks water, and it's helped him massively. Tracy saying, I don't eat right and have problems with sleep. And Dawn said, yeah, you were right first time. Jordan and his daughter, yeah, because I think his daughter actually informed him about it. And that's an interesting one, the carnivore-only diet, man. Yeah, red meat. I've never done that, if I'm honest. But would I try it? Potentially, yeah. Yeah, only meat, eggs, salt, and water, yeah. I bet it can give it boring, though. I love red meat, though, don't get me wrong. Steak is amazing. I love steak. However, if you're eating all the time, could it get boring? And Tracy's saying budget, yeah. It's meat can be expensive. I'm sure you can work around it to an extent, but I don't know what's going to look like. That's going to look like financially. Sandra's saying carnivore diet does not work for everyone, though. That's true. I think that's true, you know. It's not one size fits all. No, nothing. I think a lot of things aren't one size fits all. And then Sandra's saying, Tracy, you can still eat better on a budget. Yeah, I suppose sometimes you've got to shop mindfully, I suppose. Neil says hi. Hi to Neil. Hello. Nice of you to join us. Dawn is saying, it changes the way you get hungry. Carbs are addictive. I think I'm addicted. God, I'm addicted to carbs, 1000%. And I only eat once, and I can eat once a day. So basically then you're going to save money on the first meal and then just eat once a day. That's getting done. By the way, that sounds like you've got a lot of discipline. A lot of discipline. Interesting. I need to look at that. There's someone I work with that does that as well. He fasts a lot of the time. He looks really healthy. He's 60, but he looks about 50. And he eats a carnivore-only diet, I think, as well, a lot of the time. Sandra B made a really good point there. Well said. Sandra's saying that it's harder to digest meat, so that makes sense. Yeah, it takes longer for the body to break it down. It stays in the gut for longer. Tracy's saying how everything is expensive. Yeah, I know it is. Everything's gone up. Energy prices, life has got more expensive. It's not easy for a variety of reasons. It's not easy out there. I completely understand that. I think everyone's feeling it in their own way. Maybe some more than others. It's hard. It is hard. I suppose you've just got to make the best of whatever is in front of you and adapt the best you can. Easier said than done, of course. And sometimes if you make changes, it's just start with the easiest thing first. Change one little thing. So instead of having Coca-Cola with your dinner, you change it to a less sugary drink or whatever it is. Sorry, that's a very vague explanation there. No name is saying, what's going on, lad? We're basically talking about being tired and how the discussion's gone off a little bit. It's basically doing your best when you feel tired and not feeling guilty for being tired. Basically, that's what we're discussing. But we're talking about diet at the moment. We're changing subject, which is cool, which is interesting. Dawn says, I used to think that too, but once I researched it, it makes sense. When you give babies vegetables, they often spit it out. But when you give them bacon or bones, they're in heaven chewing it. So they're naturally inclined to eat the meat, basically. Interesting. Sanders asking Tracy, talk me through your one day of eating, then I can maybe help. I bake my own bread and other things, then freeze it. I also go to the market once a month to buy meat, and it lasts me ages. Yeah, buy meat, buy it in bulk, buy it from the butchers if you can. And freezing meat's a good one. It does help. And then make as many meals out of it as you can. Meal prepping, basically. Sanders just said that as well. Yorick Brown 355 says hi again. Hello, Yorick. Good to see you with us again. Hope you're okay. Nice of you to join us. Thank you. Dawn is saying, sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack. No, don't be sorry, please. Don't be sorry. Absolutely. I'm very open to this, by the way. I think it's a really good thing. And don't apologize for changing the topic. I think it's interesting and I think it's important. So it's positive. So it's all good. Yeah, and you're just mentioning that it's helped you so much. Diet, yeah, it is. Diet is everything. A long time ago, I've got a little story connected to that. I used to do triathlons about 10 years ago. I don't do it anymore. I was quite good at an amateur level. And I used to be obsessed with triathlons at one point in my life. And I used to eat, I used to think, oh, I'm good. I can eat chocolate. I'm a triathlete, I used to say to myself. I can eat chocolate. I can eat whatever the fuck I want. I'm good. And I'd eat like 3 or 4 chocolate bars a day, which is a lot. And I wasn't mindful about eating, and I was getting fatter. I was training every day, 5-6 days a week, and I was getting fatter. I'm thinking, what the hell is this? I'm training all the time and I'm getting fatter, and it was my diet. And then I stopped. Basically, I thought, okay, then I'm going to stop eating the chocolate. And I stopped the chocolate. I stopped the fizzy drinks. I had fruit, I had water. I know fructose is in fruit, but at least it's nutritionally beneficial. And I lost loads of weight. It just went off me, and I got faster, and I got more athletic, and the weight just dropped off me. It's just one example. Diet is everything. Even if you train, you can't out-train a bad diet, as they say. So you can't out-train a bad diet. I believe that. Not everyone might not agree on that, but that's my experience with it. Dawn saying, I get 8 kilograms of steak at a time from the Fat Butcher online. Fat Butcher online, I'll look at that later on, thanks. Tracy's asking what your favourite meal is. Oh, tough one. Tough one. I like so many different foods, so I don't know what everyone else's opinion on that is. Grez, I can't pronounce that. I'm really sorry. I'm terrible. Typical English person, not being able to pronounce names. He's Grizgoes, I'll go with. Pierogi, I don't know what pierogi is. Forgive my forgive my ignorance, but I don't know what pierogi is. No idea what that is. Sandra's saying, I love slow cooked sauces such as bolognese or diced beef. I cook it in batches and freeze. Tracy, and she's saying that her favourite meal is diced beef, potatoes, peas stew, and minestrone soup. And Storm saying, I used to be a massive chocoholic and I had no energy. It's, God, snap, big time, me, chocoholic. Yep. Okay, I'm going to carry on. Thanks for your input, though. So the guilt around rest. I'll go back a little bit. Do you ever feel guilty for being tired? Like you haven't earned your rest. You haven't done enough to earn that rest. You feel guilty about being tired. You feel bad about it. And like what Dawn and others have been mentioning, diet is going to help with that. It's very helpful. What you put into your body is giving you the energy, isn't it? Being mindful of that and being disciplined with that. And sometimes making those changes can take a long time. It's not easy. Food's nice, isn't it? Well, I think it's lovely. It's one of the simple pleasures of life. And some sugary things, they taste fucking amazing, don't they? Chocolate tastes really good. But obviously too much of it's bad. It's having the discipline and seeing it through. And it does take time, but it can help with your energy big time and massively. But back to my point is, this guilt can eat away at people because we're taught that rest equals laziness. Oh, don't be a lazy bastard. Why? Well, what are you doing? What are you doing at the weekend as well? It's like you get the pressure from people, don't you? You feel like the social pressure. Oh, what are you doing at the weekend? And you might feel the pressure to say, oh, I'm doing this, I'm going there, I'm not socializing with these people just to look cool or whatever. But with me personally, I think, do you know what I'm doing this weekend? Not a lot. I'm doing nothing. I'm doing this, of course, but a lot of the time I do nothing. I'm bored. It sounds really boring, doesn't it? But I think that's not such a bad thing. You shouldn't feel pressured. You don't always have to be doing something to be seen to be cool or whatever. Maybe when you're younger, you might be more inclined to do that. But a lot of the time, I do nothing. I get peopled out as well, believe it or not. Even though I'm talking a lot right now, a lot of me is introverted. I have a bit of introversion, hence the name Inspirational Ambivert. Ambivert meaning introverted, extroverted, but I do get burnt out with it sometimes. Peopled out, basically. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that. Does anyone else get peopled out? Do you get drained by people sometimes? Some people lift you up, some people bring you down, but yeah. Let me just see I'm going back to the comments again. Sanders said, pierogi, dumpling. Is it dumplings? Pierogi, sorry, forgive me. I've never heard that word before. Pierogi, dumpling, sorry. Sanders saying, I've had so much energy since I've significantly cut out sweets. Yep, it's going to do. What do they say sugar is? It's like a sweet poison, isn't it? Sugar is a sweet poison. It's nice, don't get me wrong. But there's so much of it in our diets now. It's in bread and everything, pasta. It's hard to avoid completely. But taking out the sweets and the chocolate is going to massively reduce that. But every now and again, it's good to treat yourself as well. Getting the right balance, I suppose. So Gregor's is Polish, I think. Sanders from Croatia. Interesting. So Sanders saying, I'm literally decompressing from working my ass off. Yes, that's it. You've said it better than I have. What else am I supposed to do? Exactly. You need to do more. It's like, no, I don't want to do more. I think sometimes people do keep going and going and going just to avoid themselves. They don't want to look inwards. They just have to stay busy all the time. Each their own, though, of course. So Dawn is saying, Greg, sorry, I pronounce it so badly. Gresgor, forgive me if it's wrong. My other half is Polish, and I love Polish food, unfortunately. But we have the occasional cheat day and go to a Polish restaurant. Yeah, I think it's good to have cheat days as well. It's good to give, yeah, because food can be, like I said, one of the simple pleasures of life. It's good to treat yourself. I'm just reading the comments. I'm going to carry on speaking. So basically, yeah, the point is don't feel guilty for being lazy. I'm going to move on. I think I've covered that. Question that Sanders asking, Gdansk, is it? He's from Gdansk. I've worked with quite a few Polish people. I work with quite a few, and a lot of them are really just hardworking people. I get along with them. But every single Polish person I've met, I've got along with. What's life like in Poland? Good question. I think I might be wrong. I think quite a lot of them are going back to Poland because it's not so good over here anymore. It's getting harder over here, isn't it? So I'm going to start with an open discussion. Kind of already happening, isn't it? So I've got a question for everyone that wants to answer. Let's see. So how do you keep going when you're tired? So how do you keep going when you're tired? Sandra's saying UK sucks nowadays. Yeah, it's going through a bit of a digressing, isn't it? It's not as good as it used to be. Dawn's saying it's very hard working, sometimes too much. Yeah. God, yeah. I think that's a man thing sometimes as well. A pride thing. You feel like you want to provide for the family. You want to protect the family, don't you? Well, I do as a man anyway. A lot of men do. I think we're naturally inclined to do that. I think that's a really positive thing. But if you do too much, you can burn out. And it can potentially lead to, what's it called? A nervous breakdown or something. Potentially. This is the worst case scenario. So it's good to get these. This is probably the core of what I'm trying to say is it's good to work hard. It's good to provide. It's good to make money, you know, it's good to do well as you can. But you've got to rest because if you burn out if you go too far the other way, you might not come back. You might not come back from it because they say stress can be a big killer. You're going to get a lot of inflammation in the body, high cortisol levels. It can affect your sleep, those kind of things. Worst case scenario, of course. So Dawn is saying, I've been watching Roxy and her body doubling app, and I think the accountability thing would help me. Trying to think, I don't know what that is. What's Roxy and her body doubling app? I don't know what that is. And the accountability thing. Is that like taking accountability? She's an ADHD singer and influencer. But I need to look at that. I don't know anything about that. Interesting though, it's good to listen to other people's opinions and stuff. I like to listen to what other people have to say, and sometimes I'll talk about things and they won't even agree with what I'm saying, and I'm still open to other people's opinions as well. I think it's good to be open-minded because sometimes you can have one opinion and it could be absolutely right, but 9 other people could have different opinions and they could be right as well. Gregor is saying, I work in DPD, heavy parcels, often 10 to 20 kilograms. Rest time is very important. Yeah, especially with that. It's very physically challenging. I bet it keeps you strong though. But lugging around 10, 20 kilogram parcels all the time, moving your body all the time, I bet you can burn out, get injured as well. Basically, so don't want to say, basically lots of people sign in online and watch each other do chores, right? Interesting. I've never seen it. I'm going to watch that. I have to look into it. Good question, Sandra. Gregor, is it Gregor, George? Good question. Greg. And I've got to be really honest here, as an English person, we're absolutely shit at languages. I'm really sorry, but we just are. It's not an excuse. It's just a bad reason. I need to change that status quo a little bit. That happens a lot of the time where I work, because I work with a lot of different people from different nationalities, and their name gets shortened or whatever. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It depends on your perception. So how do I keep going when I'm tired? Going back to the topic. What do I do? Firstly, I recognize that I'm tired. Sometimes I don't even realize I'm tired. Some people will go, oh, you look tired, Brad. I'm like, no, I'm good. And I keep going. And then sometimes sometimes I even think that I'm ill. I think, oh, I've got a cold or I'm ill. But the reality is I'm tired. I don't know why, I just ignore it and I keep going. And then I think it's just being aware that you're tired. I think, shit, I'm tired. Right. I'm not going to go to the gym tonight. That's what I'll say. I will want to go to the gym, but I think, I'm not going. I'm going to do nothing tonight. I'm going to do nothing. That's what I try and say to myself. I'm going to watch a comedy. I'm going to watch some shit on YouTube. You could be watching something like this or whatever it is. I'm just going to have some easygoing conversations. Nothing too heavy. I'm not going to make any decisions. I'm not going to talk about anything deep. I'm not going to look at anything political. That can make you feel shit as well. I don't want to look at anything that requires much thought. I like to just turn the mind off as much as I can. That's what I do when I'm tired. But I've got to recognize I'm tired. And sometimes I don't realize it. It takes me a while because I'm so used to being on the go all the time. I'm just going to go back to the comments again. Sandra's saying it's called burnout. Yeah, burnout. It can happen to anyone. We're not robots. We're not machines. Are we meant to work this much? Are we meant to work this much as people? I suppose thousands and thousands of years ago, not that I'm an expert on this, of course, but they were hunter-gatherers at the time, I suppose, weren't they? And I think they'd hunt for a few hours and then they'd just play around all day and chill. They probably didn't have as much things then. Were they happier? Who knows? Going off topic a little bit. But they didn't work as long as we do. I don't think they did. The system that we're in. Anyway, that's another conversation, I suppose. Sandra's saying we're certainly not made for working this much. No, I agree with you. I agree. So moving on, let's move on. So next question, what does your best look like today? Not ideally, but realistically. So what does your best look like today? Not ideally, just realistically. This is a question to anyone that's watching, of course. Answer it if you want. If you don't, that's fine. This is me. This is my best today. As imperfect as that bloody is, it's me just speaking on here. I've turned up. I really didn't feel like it. But I still felt inclined to do it. And it matches, this what I'm talking about matches how I feel. So that's good. And I've turned up. And I'm not putting too much pressure on the conversation or anything. It's a free-flowing kind of conversation, I suppose. And then I'm going to do, like Sandra's saying, doing the bare minimum today. Absolutely. Do the bare minimum. And don't feel bad about it. It's good. Relax. Be easy. Be kind to yourself. I'm going to move on. So drop a comment. I'm referring to my notes again to be open and transparent. Drop a comment in the chat if your brain's been on overload lately. I'll say it again, sorry. Drop a comment in the chat if your brain has been on overload lately. So Dawn is saying, absolutely not. I don't think so anyway. I just got a new contract with more time off. Fucking good for you. Nice one. My best today is getting through my washing, cleaning the floors, and then feed the horses. Oh, you've got horses. You're so lucky. That's great. Horses are, I'm not a horse expert, by the way, but I think they're stunning animals. They're amazing animals. I bet it requires a lot of work, though, doesn't it, to maintain them and look after them. They're really strong as well, aren't they? I don't know much about horses, but I just think they're stunning. Nice animals, basically. Tracy's saying, what part of Europe are you in? Obviously, England. I don't know who that question's at, Tracy, but from where I'm from is Lancashire, Chorley. But she's not far from Manchester. Santa's saying, oh my God, you have horses towards Dawn. They're beautiful. Yes, I agree. They're beautiful. Greg, sorry, I'm going to refer to you as Greg, sorry, because I'm terrible with languages, as you can tell. I often feel exhausted, but UK buy Storm Shadow rockets for Ukraine. Yeah, great. All our tax earnings are going on rockets. It's horrible, isn't it? Yeah, I suppose that's going down the political line again. But I think, so I don't know what to say, but wars are just horrible. Buying rockets, it's just people killing people. It's people. It's I suppose it's just you're killing people that you don't know. If you're in the army, I suppose there might be justified or unjustified reasons. That's another discussion. But yeah, they're just putting all the money into the war effort, aren't they? Really, it's sad. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going into depth on it because I don't know everything about it. Even if you watch the news, even if you look online, we only know so much. I think with regards to that kind of thing, there's always wars going on. That's the human nature, I suppose, to an extent. It's sad, isn't it? I think most people don't want war, though, do they? The average person just wants a roof over their head. They want food on the table. Maybe they want a nice, happy family, healthy family. They want to be healthy. They want to just have food and a roof over their head and a few other things. And that's all people generally want. But unfortunately, the people in power want more. They always want more. And it comes at the expense of normal people like ourselves. Forcing men into war. Forcing men to kill each other, basically. Killing people that you don't know. It's horrible. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. But there's a lot more to it. And I'm intelligent enough to know that I don't know enough about it. That's all I've got to say on that. Let me have a look at the comments again. So Dawn's saying, yeah, I have horses and ponies and I've loved them since I was 3 years old and it's a lifelong obsession. Wow. Amazing. Amazing, Dawn. I bet it's really good to get out in the open air as well. Having to get up in the morning. That's giving you, I'm interpreting that as that gives you your discipline. That's really good, man. I think you've probably been brought up with that, being very young, and that's put you in good stead for when you're older. That routine, that structure, that discipline. That's probably, I'm assuming that's why you're on the carnivore only diet. And you've got the discipline to see that through. I'd actually need to look into that. I might try that myself. Because I do fast a lot as well. I fast like twice a week, 24-hour fast I do. So I'm open to that kind of thing. And if it makes you feel more energized and better, then I'm open to it. So thanks, by the way, Dawn, for mentioning those things. Tracy's saying that I'm in Australia. My mum is from Cheshire. Yeah, Cheshire's not far from where we are. And Chester's lovely. Chester City is a lovely city as well. Cheshire's a nice place, actually, overall. So whereabouts in Australia are you from, Tracy? You might have already said that, but... And how is life in Australia? Sandra's saying, oh my God, ponies, I'm jealous. They're so therapeutic. Yes, they are. Looking after them, etc., etc. Maka, nice of you to join us. Jews, bro, it's the Jews. Again, you're probably going on about Gaza, Palestine, and Israel. That's sad as well, man. Again, I don't know lots about it. There's so much I don't know, but I just think it's really sad that people are killing each other, and I wish the wars would stop. But obviously, me wishing that's not going to make that happen. There's a lot I don't know about it, man. I just think it's sad. That's all. That's my opinion. It's sad. I know. It's just not nice to see people suffering unnecessarily, let's say. Dawn saying, we're basically a plaything for a bunch of psychopaths, in my opinion. I completely agree. Bang, you've hit the nail on the head. Yes. We're a plaything. We're just pawns that they don't even think about or care about. And they just want more power, more control. Yes, and there's psychopathy involved in that, in their type of thinking. And they just don't give a shit. And millions of people suffer for those decisions a lot of the time. Yes. I agree, Dom. You're hitting home runs, by the way. Yeah, Sandra agrees. Sandra's saying it's a sick society, though, Dawn. So many mean and nasty people around, bringing us down. They're the products of those. They are the products of those psychopaths. Loads of nice people too, though, luckily. Yeah, there is a lot of nice people out there. A lot of the time as well. Obviously, if someone's really bad, they're going to be your best friend or anything, but they're civil. They just want to go to the shop. They want to buy the food. They want to go home. They just want to look after the family. This sounds a bit boring and mundane, but there's a lot of people most people are like that. People don't want wars. They don't want to shoot each other. Most people don't want to do that. It's not natural, especially just killing someone just for no reason. Someone's not done anything wrong to you, but we get dragged into these things by psychopaths. They control us, they manipulate us, and it ends up going down a road of hatred. It's horrible. It's horrible. Yes. Dawn's going back onto the horse thing. Mine live out in a field with a shelter and an automatic water trough, etc. And I have a poo picking machine. Wow, poo picking machine, right? Cool. So it's not as much work as some people have it, but I have to go every day. You have to turn up every day to make sure they're all right, etc. Poo picking machine. I've never heard of a poo picking machine before. Sorry, I'm probably no experience working on farms or anything like that at all. Sandra's never heard of that either. So Tracy's saying it's raining heaps. It's beautiful weather here most of the time, but when it rains heavy, I bet you appreciate the rain though when it comes in Australia. You need it, don't you? So Dawn's saying another motivation to look at is the carnivore diet. When said psychopaths tell us to eat 5 portions of fruit and veg every day. Yeah, that what's it called? That big circle, sorry, and it has all what you're meant to eat each day, balanced diet thing. I think that was made by the Americans. I'm not saying it correctly, I know. Excuse me. But they say eat 3 times a day. I think we eat too much as well. We don't need to eat 3 times a day. I don't think. We're meant to fast. We eat too much. Not everyone might not agree with me there, but we eat too much. You need to let the body. Autophagy kicks in. Autophagy is I think it's a Greek word, and it means your body eats itself, which sounds, oh God, your body's eating itself, but it's a good thing. After 18 hours of not eating, you can drink water, of course. Your body, instead of running on glycogen, sugar, etc., it starts to run on ketones, and ketones are a cleaner energy, so you feel more energized, and your gut gets a rest, because if you eat, your gut's got to, I'm explaining this very basically, but your gut is breaking down all the food, so all your energy is going into breaking down the food, which again can make you feel tired. It's good not to eat all the time. And I think there's hormones as well, isn't? Oh God, I'm going off a bit. I'm not going to carry on because I don't want to say anything that's not true, if you know what I'm saying. I'm going to shut up now. But autophagy is good. Fasting's good for you. Look online if you want to learn more about that, basically. I could go deeper on that, but again, like I said, I'm a bit tired. My brain's not working as well as it usually does. So I'm not going to go too deep into things today. I'm just not going to do it because I think I'll get myself tied up in knots with my communication style, let's say. A lot of comments. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with them. Sandy's saying she loves fruits, full of fibre, feel good after eating them. Yeah, fruit can be good. Of course it can. I think it's balance as well, isn't it? So so what's it called? The poo thing, sorry. The poo cleaning machine, let's say. It's a little trailer with a brush that lets you just tour around the field with the car. It's brilliant. So you just hook it up to the back of the car, drive through the field, and it picks up all the poo, basically. Horse poo, should we say, manure. The Honourable Mrs. Winthrop. Nice to have you with us, by the way. Hello, just reading your comment now. I can't stand the summer. Whereabouts do you live then, Mrs. Winthrop? Yeah, the summer it can be a killer, especially if you're in a hot country and it's like 40 degrees. It's draining. I prefer colder weather. I'm more used to it. So especially I'm from the north of England. I feel better when it's a little bit cooler. Dawn's going to the food pyramid. Yeah. Sandy's saying, Dawn, I always look into how the food makes me feel. Like listening to my own body. That's very smart, very emotionally intelligent as well. And Sandy's saying the food pyramid is so ancient. That's a load of bullshit. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit in there. I think a lot that's designed to make us consume more, to eat more. Basically, buy more food. We want you to buy more food, complete the food. Yeah. I think I'm going to go back to hormones, and I don't remember. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Basically, there's 4 hormones, and one, forgive me, please help me here, because my mind's not at its best. There's one hormone that raises blood sugar, and 3 hormones. No, sorry. This is why I don't want to talk about this. I'm going to shut up. I think there's 3 hormones that raise blood sugar and 1 hormone that lowers it that we have in our bodies. So you have 3 hormones that raise blood sugar. I can't remember the names. The one that lowers it. Insulin. And there's 3 others, and I forgot the other 3. So naturally, meaning that our body naturally raises our blood sugars naturally. There's 3 hormones doing the job there, and then there's 1 hormone to lower it, meaning that we're not meant to eat as much every day. I'm explaining that really badly, but I think there's truth in it. So Mrs. Winthrop is from Oxshott in Surrey. I've never heard of Oxshott before. I'm assuming it's really nice. Don't say I'm in Scotland, so summer isn't that hot. No. No. Sandy's saying I love Edinburgh. Yeah, Edinburgh's lovely. I think Scotland's a nice place, man. A lot of it's really nice. A lot of land, isn't there? I think there's like 4 million people living there. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's quite a lot of vast countryside in Scotland. A lot of my family are from Perth in Scotland, but I've never met them. My granddad was Scottish, but I'm not, if I'm honest, because I've lived here all my life. But a lot of my family in Scotland, but I've never met them. I don't know them. They're from Perth originally, but I don't know them. Dawn saying, yes, the food pyramid is bullshit. I was just trying to help him out with the name of the thing he couldn't remember. Thanks, Dawn. Edinburgh is beautiful. It's my favourite city. I love Edinburgh. Oh, it's stunning. Would I like to live there? Yes, I'd like to live there. It's probably not cheap to live there. I'd probably have to live on the outskirts, if I'm honest. living in the city centre is probably very expensive, but the city is stunning, really is. It's just beautiful, yeah. Raises blood sugar, glycogen, yeah. Yes, glycogen. Thanks, guys. Thanks for helping me. The West Coast is stunning. And Sandra says, I need to see more of Scotland. Yes, I agree. I need to see more of Scotland too. I do, definitely do. I don't think it's just, can't just go with Edinburgh. There's so much more to it. And Gordon Pro is back. Welcome back, Gordon Pro. So I'm going to move on with, I'm going to move on, guys. Right. Sandy's saying you're lucky lady, Dawn. Yeah, you sound very lucky. You must, sometimes you create your own luck, though, I think. You can, if you want to achieve something, it might take a lot of work, a lot of thought, and a lot of time, but you can create your own, you can achieve things, I believe, if you put the work in. So I'm going back to my notes. I'm going to carry on with this. So doing your best isn't about perfection. It's about honesty. If today your best is just showing up for yourself, that's more than enough. So that's more than enough just for showing up today, just for being where you are today. Don't be so hard on yourselves. I shouldn't be so hard on myself either. I need to follow through my own bloody advice here because I'm really hard on myself. Yeah. I think it's good to be hard on yourself. It's a strength. Good to beat. Sometimes it's good to beat yourself up and give yourself a kick up the arse, can't it? That's why I do what I've achieved what I have in my life. I've not achieved amazing things, but I've achieved things in my life, which is success to me. And it's because I've been hard on myself. I've given myself a kick up the arse. However, if I can go too far with it. And if you go too far with it, it's not a good thing. It can be a weakness then, can't it? I suppose sometimes your strengths are also your weaknesses as well, I suppose. But yeah, I know too well being hard on myself. No one can beat me up more than I can. No one. I can beat myself up much more than anyone else can internally. But it's good to just remember, just be kind to yourself, basically. Don't be so hard on yourself. I know I'm saying very simple things there, but sometimes we forget these simple things. Okay, I'm going to do something different now. I can't, like I said, I'm very tired today. My energy's shit, if I'm honest. But I'm doing my best. I can't speak for so long because I've only got so much to say. And I try to speak as intelligently as I can, as meaningfully as I can. But I can only do that for so long. I don't want to chat. It's good to be silly sometimes, but I don't want to chat shit. Sorry to swear. I don't want to chat rubbish. So what I'm going to do, my energy's not good. I do this every day, by the way. And this is the first time I've tried this on here, but I'm going to be doing some Wim Hof breathing. If you want to join me, you can. I've got my laptop at the side here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. But what I'm going to be doing is some Wim Hof breathing. I do this every day. And what does it do, if you don't know? It helps with, I'm just going to refer to my notes again because I forgot. Improves mental well-being. It reduces stress and anxiety. It can give you increased energy. You're oxygenating the body, I suppose. You're changing the cells in your body to an extent is part of the logic. I don't know the full science behind that. Maybe I'll need to look into it. It can help with reducing inflammation. It's going to give you a calmer sense of self. It can help with sleep. It can help recover it, and it can help boost your immune system. It's the Wim Hof breathing. I'm going to put a video on. I'm going to be just quiet. Anyone who comments, I'll answer the comments later on if there is any. But I'm adding this in because I think it's a good solution to feeling tired. Cold showers are good as well. I know that might sound very extreme to some people. I do cold showers every day. I wish I could do the baths, but I don't have not in the correct environment to be able to do the ice baths. I'd love to do an ice bath, but I can't. But I do cold showers. part of the Wim Hof breathing. But obviously, I'm not going to show you the cold shower. That'd be ridiculous. But I am going to do the Wim Hof breathing on here. I hope that the audio's okay. If the audio's shit, please tell me. But I'm going to go with this anyway. Let me just carry on. Dawn said, if you have toxic humans in your life who taught you to feel guilty for not being perfect, getting rid of them, it's very freeing and motivating. Absolutely, Dawn. Dawn, I do cold showers and swim in the reservoir. Go, you amazing. Yes. The reservoir's a good one, isn't it? I just do the cold showers because it's so easy and accessible. I've just got it. It's there. But I live in an apartment, so I don't have the space. But swimming in the reservoir as well, yeah, it makes you feel so alive, doesn't it? It's really good for your energy. I'm going back to your comment. Yeah, I when I was younger, God, I'm 42 now. I used to be, when I was in my 20s, I was wild. I was a bit of an idiot, if I'm honest. And I used to hang around with some toxic people, and I was toxic as well myself, by the way. I was doing things you shouldn't do, and they probably suppose we brought each other down. But I tried to, when I started to improve myself, I got away from them, but they did drag me down. The toxic people will make you feel guilty for not being perfect, and it's just good to get rid of them. They're no good. They're no good, and you can't fix them either. You can't help them. You can't rescue. Toxic people can't be rescued sometimes. They just are what they are. That's who they are. And you can't change them. Sometimes crazy is just crazy. If sometimes, sorry to swear, but if somebody's fucked in the head, it means you're just fucked in the head. They're crazy. If someone's crazy, that's it. That's who they are. You can't fix that sometimes. If someone's toxic and they're not very nice, that's who they are. They're showing you who they are through their actions. It's sad, really. I feel sad for them. I feel sad for them. And I think everyone has also, just to go on a little bit, we're all a little bit toxic at some point in our lives. We're not perfect, but if I've acted out in anger or I've done something wrong, I'll feel bad about it afterwards, and I want to change it. I think, oh, I did that, and I wasn't at my best then. I won't do that again. I'll try and be better next time. That's realistic. And that's coming from a good place, like I like to say. But some people that are truly toxic, they're just nasty all the time. They hate themselves, and it just comes out in the behaviour, basically. Sandra's saying that she completely agrees with Dawn, and even if it's family, you have to take care of yourself. Yeah, it's harder. It's harder if it's family as well. Yeah, a lot harder if it's family. But you do have to take care of yourself. Yep, I completely agree. I resonate with all those things. Right, I'm going to do the breathing, man. I'm trying something new, guys. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's no pressure. And everyone is a bad guy in someone's story. Yeah, I've seen quotes like that before. That's very true. Everyone is a bad guy in someone's story. Definitely. Suppose that depends on your perception, doesn't it? Sometimes people will perceive you to be bad for so many different reasons. But all you can do is try to be the best version of yourself. Try and be kind. Try and be a good person, even when no one's looking. That's integrity, isn't it? It's doing the right thing when no one else is looking. I'm just going on my laptop. Sorry, guys. We're going to be quiet for a moment. Let's have a look, go back to the comments. Reactive abuse is often... Sorry, going back a little bit. Some people have personality disorders and can't change. Good people can be toxic until they get out of whatever situation the situation is. Yeah, the environment, the situation that they're in can. Reactive abuse, yeah. because they've been hammered so much, they've been hit so hard, they're so low, they're so tired, they're so drained, they're so beaten down, and then they start. It's like an animal, kind of imagining an animal in a cornered animal, and it's going to lash out, it's going to attack, isn't it? Because it feels threatened, it feels like it's scared, it feels like it needs to fight, and that can happen within us as well. So yeah, you can react to your situation, definitely, and that's because you're around all this toxic energy, this badness, let's say. That's how I interpret that. I'm trying to just choose. Sorry, guys, I genuinely don't feel good today. Oh, I'll do my best. Sander's saying some people have personality disorders and use it as an excuse for the shitty behaviour. Personality disorder shouldn't mean you're a nasty. Yeah, I agree, man. You choose. Yeah. Well, it's like, oh, I've got this, or I know I'm an arsehole. It's like this. I know I'm an absolute fucking arsehole, and I'm going to talk to you like you're a piece of shit, but it's not my fault. It's my personality disorder's fault. So you have to live with it. I'm not taking any accountability. This is just what this means to me. So I get a get out of jail free card every time. I get out of jail free card every time. It's not fair, is it? It shouldn't mean that you're nasty to others, though. Absolutely, you choose to be nasty to others. You choose. You get some people who have had really hard upbringings. You'll get a brother and a sister, or two siblings, and some of them will choose to do well, and others will go the other way. You choose. Basically, accountability, isn't it? Sorry, I'm just trying to find the Wim Hof breathing on here, and then I'm going to start. Sander's saying, work on yourself. Yeah, I agree. I do have some empathy with regards to, if someone's suffering, though, I do have empathy towards those people. Absolutely. Some people, oh God, people go through some shit, man. And they could have a personality disorder, but yeah, it doesn't excuse being nasty to others, I don't think. It might explain why they're being nasty to others, but it doesn't always justify it. But these things can be very complex, I think. Everyone is individual. One size doesn't fit all. One size doesn't fit all. Depends on the situation and circumstances sometimes. Okay, I'm going to do my breathing now. In a moment.
Seconds and beyond is when we create the
I hope the audio's okay.
Which is our own version of DMT.
This might not work out.
Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, and that's the bliss that we create.
Fully in, letting go. Right on, fully in, letting go. Not fully out, just letting go. But fully in, letting go. And once again, come on, don't hesitate, give it. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. You're going great, man. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. Now join. Feel good, huh? Hey. Give it fully. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. No hesitation. It's It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. Ten times more. Deeply in. Letting go. 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 Okay, 5 times more. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. 2 times more. Letting go and stop. Just stop. Witness. Without air in the lungs, you are able to stay much more than normally. Why? Because we changed your chemistry. Carbon dioxide went out, O2 went up, filled up all the cells, and the pH levels go up. Then we are able to tap into the central nervous system, and at the end we got the brainstem, and that's the place of the pineal gland, hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and the pineal gland makes the secretion of adrenaline in dangerous situations. Normally we do not get into it because of our shallow breathing. But this is the way to get into the most primitive part, the reptilian brain, without many difficulties, and fend off bacteria, getting better into the endocrine systems. In minutes, and you're still on. That shows that the capacity to fill yourself up with oxygen is a lot more than we normally use. And as we do not use it, we are not making a use of the full capacity of our physiology. Now we found out we got a different layers and we never use it. And this is the way to learn to use it, to tap in and bang into the primitive brain, into the endocrine systems, immune systems, the way nature has meant it to be. Everybody is able to do it. Whenever you feel the urge to breathe, you don't need to force. It's only learning how to oxygenize the body and all the cells. You're going great, man. Nice one. Feels good, huh? When you feel the urge to breathe, you breathe in fully and keep it for 10-15 seconds. Then that's one round. Fully in and keep it. Letting go. Fully in. Letting go. Right on. Fully in. Letting go. Not fully out, just letting go. But fully in. Letting go. And once again. Come on. Don't hesitate. Give it. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. You're going great, man. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Nice one. Feels good, huh? Hey. Give it fully. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. No hesitation. It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. 10 times more. Deeply in, letting go. 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 Okay, 5 times more. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. 2 times more. Letting go and stop. Just stop. Witness. Without air in the lungs, you are able to stay much more than normally. Why? Because we change your chemistry. Whenever you feel the urge to breathe, you don't need to force. It's only learning how to oxygenate the body and all the cells. When you feel the urge to breathe, you breathe in fully and keep it for 10-15 seconds. Then that's one round. Fully in and keep it. Letting go. Fully in. Letting go. Not fully out, just letting go. But fully in. Letting go. And once again. Come on. Don't hesitate. Give it. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. You're going great, man. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Nice one. Feels good, huh? Hey. Give it fully. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. No hesitation. It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. Times more. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. letting go. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. Okay, 5 times more. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. Deeply in, letting go. 2 times more. Letting go and stop. Just stop. Witness. Without air in the lungs. Whenever you feel the urge to breathe, you don't need to force. It's only learning how to oxygenate the body and all the cells. When you feel the urge to breathe, you breathe in fully and keep it for 10-15 seconds. That's one round. Fully in and keep it. Letting go. Fully in. Letting go. Right on. Fully in. Letting go. Not fully out, just letting go. But fully in. Letting go. And once again. Come on. Don't hesitate. Give it. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. You're going great, man. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Now join. Feel good, huh? Hey. Give it fully. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. No hesitation. It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. Times more. Deeply in. Letting go. 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 Okay, 5 times more. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. 2 times more. Letting go and stop. Just stop. Witness. Without air in the lungs. Whenever you feel the urge to breathe, you don't need to force. It's only learning how to oxygenate the body and all the cells. When you feel the urge to breathe, you breathe in fully and keep it for 10-15 seconds. That's one round. Fully in and keep it. Letting go. Fully in. Letting go. Not fully out, just letting go. But fully in. Letting go. And once again. Come on. Don't hesitate. Give it. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. You're going great, man. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Now good. Feel good, huh? Hey. Give it fully. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. Take him in. Letting go. No hesitation. It's about changing the chemistry right now in your body. Ten times more. Deeply in. Letting go. 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 Okay, 5 times more. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. Deeply in. Letting go. 2 times more. Letting go and stop. Just stop. Witness. Without air in the lungs. Whenever you feel the urge to breathe, you don't need to force. It's only learning how to oxygenate the body and all the cells. When you feel the urge to breathe, you breathe in fully and keep it for 10-15 seconds. Letting go.
Okay, sorry about that. I couldn't really talk. I've just tried something new there. Sorry. That's the Wim Hof breathing. This is an advanced one. I've only done 5 of the 10. I think that's enough though for me today. But it does give you, it's if you've got the discipline, if you really want to do it, but it gives you that clarity of mind. It energizes you a little bit, oxygenating the body basically. Just to be open and transparent, that was from YouTube, by the way. I'm going to be ending the session in a moment. I think I might just do that again. This is just for my own self with the breathing and stuff. If you can subscribe, like the channel. My channel has been, just to give you a quick overview of the channel, it's Inspirational Ambivert. A lot of the content I've created so far, it's morphing into whatever it's going to morph into, of course, but a lot of it I've covered is with regards to men's mental health. I've covered quite a lot on that, but that's not the only things I'm going to be doing. I don't want to just talk about how hard men have got it sometimes, because women have got it hard as well. I want to cover other things as well, but a lot of my recent videos they're all in relation to men's mental health and how men can suffer, because I can speak about those things obviously as a man, but that doesn't mean that I'm covering everything. Sanders, sorry, I'm going to go back to the comments. Yeah, but I'm not just going to be speaking about men and men's problems all the time, because I don't want to sound like I'm a woman hater either, because I'm definitely not. There's a lot of amazing women out there as well, a lot of amazing people out there, let's say. Men and women, of course. It's all about, in my opinion, life is all about just developing and becoming stronger, becoming more mindful, becoming healthy, raising your awareness, raising your frequency. That's what I'm about. And learning through the suffering, growing through the suffering, and trying to make life a little bit nicer, because it's hard out there. It fucking is hard out there sometimes. So that's what I'm trying to communicate. And a lot of this sounds absolutely bloody crazy right now, honest to God. I struggle with connecting to people a lot within my demographics, within the area I live in, within like my interactions with people, let's say work, family. I communicate really well with my partner. She's lovely. I communicate with her really well. I've got that person to go to, which is I'm so grateful for. But anyone else, I don't have deep conversations with many people. I just don't, because they're not open to it a lot of the time. So I keep quiet about these things. The things that I'm communicating now, I don't usually get to communicate. I'm saying this really badly, aren't I? But yeah, and it sounds crazy. My point is, it sounds absolutely mental. And I suppose we all kind of feel isolated sometimes. Well, I do. Even though I'm around people, I can feel quite lonely sometimes. I feel like isolated because it's all a lot of what's said is superficiality, small talk, and that kind of thing, which is okay. It's useful. Don't get me wrong. It's part of being human, but I think there's a lot more depth to things, a lot more, you know what I mean? More depth to things, basically. And I don't think a lot of people go there, do they? Not nowadays. And I struggle and I feel isolated sometimes within that. But here, I feel like I can be more myself. I'm being myself now. I can communicate as I want to now, which is great. And Dawn and Sander and others as well. Sorry, I've not mentioned other people's names. I feel like I'm resonating with those types of people. I'm not saying that other people aren't as good. Everyone's different. I'm not saying certain types of people are better than others, but it's nice to resonate with others and share perspectives and share insights. It's really, it's freeing. It feels good, and it can take away from that feeling of isolation. It's just crazy that it's done on here. If I was at work, for example, I wouldn't be able to talk like this. Most people, they just won't be open to it. I won't be doing it because they'll probably think I was a weirdo or something. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if anyone can get that kind of. If anyone understands me, great. If they don't, that's fine. Don't say no woman hating vibes here at all. But we're taught to. It's okay to be emotional, and men are not. Yeah, you are. And I'm not saying if a guy's like an emotional wreck, he's crying all the time, he can't deal with anything. He's obviously going to need. That kind of person is going to need a lot of help, and I do emphasize with that type of person. And as a man, I'm not saying be like that. That's not the best way to be, in my opinion. But we're told to be stoic, told to be strong, and we're told just to soak it up. We're allowed to be angry, and that's it. And sometimes we're not even allowed to be angry. I'm not saying act out the anger. That's bad, obviously. If you're hitting people or swearing at people, abusive, that's not good. But it's okay to be angry sometimes and express vent, isn't it? And a lot of men aren't doing that. So yeah, that's why I covered a lot of those things. And it hits home as well. The reason why I've made a lot of videos on men. The number one reason is because I've had a close friend who took his own life a few years ago. And I know other people that have, I have an emotional tie to that. And I feel bad about that. And I feel sad about that, should I say. And that's why I talked about those things. I don't want to go too much into that because it makes me feel bad. But I do discuss them because I think it's important to have these discussions. Sometimes these discussions are uncomfortable, and I don't want to go on about it forever because it can be quite grim, can't it? But yeah, I think it's good for men to have an emotional outlet, but like measured, little bursts of it, not being overly emotional, but doing it in a controlled manner. I think it's important. We need to be better at it because the biggest killer of men under 50s in the UK is suicide. And I'd like to, if I can help one person, that's great. I wish I could have helped my friend years ago. I fucking feel bad about that, man. I wish I could have helped him, but the situation, it didn't happen. I wish I could have helped him. He could have still been alive today, but he's not. He's gone, which is sad. I don't want to go on about that too much, but there's others that could potentially go down that road. There's other people that will go down that road. And if sometimes, if you can help someone come away from that, that's a good thing, isn't it? By allowing our emotions to come out a little bit more. I know it's not always easy though. One moment, sorry. But I'm not just going to talk about those. I'm going to talk about other things as well. Like, that's just not my only thing that I'm going to go on about. Sorry, I'm just looking at the comments. So I'm saying both goes with. Some women walk around as an emotional mess and blame the shitty behaviours on hormones. Yes, some people do that. It's basically, that's going back to zero accountability. I'm not responsible for my actions. I'm going to blame it on my hormones. I'm going to blame it on this. I'm going to blame it on that. I've had a bad day. That means I'm going to be horrible to you, kind of thing. It's like, that's not. That's not good, is it? That's it's cowardly in a way, I suppose. That's how I'd see that. A lot of people do it though. Don't say it. I wonder if I'm autistic because I really struggle to have connections too. I do too. I really do. And I'm loving this channel. Keep it up, please. I can't wait for next. Oh, thanks, Dawn. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, thanks. That means a lot. I think I don't know. Autism's quite a broad thing. It's a broad spectrum, isn't it? Autism. It's just struggling to find connections. I think my perspective is, I don't know about your particular situation, but it's just hard to get connections with people because they're just not open to it. They don't look deep. It's all superficial. They're just not there. They're not on that frequency. There's so many people like that, and they're not bad people per se. They could be your mum, could be your dad, could be your friends or whatever. They're not bad people at all. Some of them are lovely and they're great in a lot of ways, but they're not deep. So you can't really connect with them. I struggle. I really do. There's not many. It's like with family members sometimes. I love them to bits, but I can only go so far. I love them to bits. Absolutely love them to bits. I'm very grateful for my family, etc. But there's just no depth there. It's just not there. They can only meet me so far, and then the communication with those people is only going to go so far, isn't it? You can only meet people where they're at sometimes. Kind of thinking. Sandra's saying, yes, we are more emotional beings, and yes, hormones play a huge part. Yes, hormones are very powerful. Fuck me, it's really powerful. And they're going to influence your behavior potentially. And it isn't easy sometimes, Sandra's saying, but we can't keep making excuses for our bad behaviors. No, it's not a get out of jail free card. No, it's not. It might excuse, it's having that emotional intelligence, isn't it? It's going, you know what? I'm in a bad mood today. I'm fucking pissed off. I'm tired. I feel like shit. It's being aware of that. And then sometimes even you explain that to someone, say, I'm really sorry. I'm not at my best today. I'm sorry if I'm snapping at you. I don't mean to. That could alleviate that, in my opinion, to an extent. Anyway. Sandra's saying, no, you're not autistic. I believe. I wondered the same, but not connecting with others just might mean you're on a different level of consciousness. Yes, I believe so. I think there's going a bit outwardly here. I think there's an awakening within humanity. I think it's occurring. Not with everybody. Yeah, higher level of consciousness. It's not happening with everyone though. Of course, it's not. A lot of people are stuck on low vibrational frequencies, let's say, and I think people are elevating to that. But I think it's happening. It's all these bad behaviours are coming to the fore, aren't they? They're coming out. They're more prevalent. That's how it appears to me, anyway. I could be wrong. I don't know everything, of course. I have other traits, but I'm also considered CPTSD. Sorry, I don't know what that means. CPTSD, no, I don't know. Sorry, Dawn, forgive my ignorance. I don't know what that means, but if you can explain it, that'd be great. I agree. Most of small talk exhausts me. I just do not like it, LOL. I don't mind a little bit of small talk, but that's it. But if that's all there is on the table, I get really bored really quickly. I'm just like, I'm gone. See you later. I don't want to. It's not for me personally. Me too. I love deep meaningful conversations. I love them. And a lot of the time, if I'm around loads of people that are doing small talk, I'll just be the quiet one in the corner. Believe it or not, obviously, but in this environment, now I'm talking because I have to, because I'm in a room on my own. I've got to talk, obviously. But usually, if I'm in a social interaction and everyone's doing small talk, I'm just quiet. I'll just sit there quietly because I just think I'm not adding anything to this. But if someone speaks to me, if I meet someone who's let's say open-minded, a bit more open-minded, and they talk about certain things, it'll pique my interest, and then I'll speak to them, and I can speak all day about it. I think yeah, that's what I've got. Get the words out, Brad. That's what I've got to say about that. Don't say. Sorry, Sander's saying perhaps seek a specialist opinion. Yeah, a specialist opinion. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know what that sorry, I forgot the abbreviation now because the comment's not on my screen at the moment. I don't even know what that means, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's good to, with anything health related or mental health related, obviously speak to someone who actually genuinely knows what they're on about. There's a lot of people that can sound very convincing. Like I could sound convincing about something on here, doesn't mean I definitely, if let's say something medical and I start talking about something medical on here, I am not a doctor. I am not a doctor at all. Just to be honest, of course. But I could say something medical on here like it's definite, like I'm 100% confident, but I could be talking rubbish. So in that, just giving an example, by the way. So it's good to speak to someone who's actually a professional, who actually knows what they're who actually genuinely knows what they're on about. They've got experience with it. Anyway, Sander's saying, yeah, deep, meaningful conversations are what I'm all about. Yes, ditto. I agree. But you can't have these with a lot of people out there. No, you can't. Just not there. It's just not there. It's not a bad. I suppose it's not good or bad. It's just the way it is. Oh my God, Don, you're hitting home runs here. Wow. Some people look soulless to me, like NPCs walking around. Yeah, boom, hit the nail on the head. God, yeah. I see sometimes. I'm in relation to that. I look at some people and they've got a vacant look in their eye. They just stood there, numb. Like I'm looking at them. I'm speaking to them. I'm thinking, is anyone fucking home? Is anyone home? Where are you? There's like a look in their eye, just like it's just vacant, numb. Are they heavily medicated? I assume. Are they just numb? There's no one home. It's like, who am I speaking? What's this? It's like NPCs, yeah. I see these people every day, mate. I see them every day. And I do interact with them to an extent, but it's very minimal. It's like, there's no one home there. What's going on there? It's like they're in a prison in their own bodies almost. Sorry, that's what I see that as. Soulless, yeah, it's weird. I don't know if they're completely soulless, but it appears like they are. It's like they're just blocked. And is that being medicated? It could be. I'm not saying all medications are bad, by the way, because some people need them, don't they? They can be helpful, don't get me wrong. Complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Dawn, you've just brought that down, haven't you? So I've only just read this. Complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't know much about that, sorry. It doesn't sound nice, let's say that. I'm going to look into that later because I think it's interesting. It might not be, it sounds interesting to me personally, but I bet it's not easy. But it's far from easy. I'm not justifying how bad that might be. I'm assuming. Sorry, my understanding of that is not great though. I'm going to look into that because that sounds interesting. Sorry. Yes, Don, like robots, it's scary. Sometimes they're also heavily medicated. They don't work on themselves. Yeah, in line with people that are just like NPCs. They walk around, there's a vacant look in their eye. They're just blank. It's like there's nothing, there's no depth, there's no nothing. It's just a vacant look, a vacant dead stare in their eyes, just like that. Yeah, and the answer is yeah or no. Yeah, no. There's no emotion, just numb. Has anyone ever met anyone like that? I think you two, Sandra and Dawn, have, by the sounds of it. Non-player characters, in case anyone didn't know my abbreviation. Yeah, non-player characters, like you're playing a computer game. Yep. Oh, I'd hate to be like that, me. I'd feel, oh, God. It's just like your emotions have been shut down. And I believe as well, your emotions is one of the things that you feel on in the world that we live in the earth that we live in. Emotions, obviously, that's where the lessons are. That's where the lessons are. That's where the suffering is as well. Don't get me wrong. Your emotions can cause you suffering big time. I'm sure everyone knows that. But that's where the lessons are, mate. That's where the growth is. That's where Pandora, have you heard of Pandora's box? Everyone's got Pandora's box. And what's Pandora's box? It's like where all your emotions are stored. and all those deep dark fears are stored, and the ego will protect it. It'll protect you from opening that up. But if you open Pandora's box, all these negative emotions can come out, and it can be overwhelming, don't get me wrong, beyond words. But I think that's where the growth is. That's where the gold is, potentially. But it's not easy. Sanders just elaborated on what that CPTSD is. And then go back to Sanders. So I'm just reading through the comments, trying to keep up. Haha, lights on, but there's no one home. Yeah, absolutely. Dawn saying, I think it's a lot more common than people realise, especially after toxic people have been in your life. Yeah. It's oh God, yeah. It's the aftermath of going through all the hardships and the shit with people. Yeah, have I had to deal with toxic people in my life? Yes. They've taught me lessons though when I was young. God, I've had some bad relationships where I've been burnt, let's say. I've had some really bad friendships. I've suffered as a kid as well. Yeah. Not massively, but there's trauma there, isn't there? I think we all have trauma. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. And it's coming back from that after the aftermath of the toxic people, but you can get through it. I think it makes you stronger. I think this might sound harsh, but they might even be necessary lessons in life, as horrible as they are. It depends on the level of the horribleness. So some people go through hell, man. They really do. And I have empathy towards those people, let's say. It's not easy. Don't say, yes, lessons are blessings. If you're not enjoying it, learn from it. Exactly. Learn from it. Learn from it. Grow through it. Don't let it beat you. And sometimes I think if you've not learned the lesson, guess what? The lesson's coming again. It's like, yeah, if you've not learned your lesson, the universe will go, okay, then you've not learned your lesson. Here's more of that lesson. And that same bad thing can come from another person potentially, until you work on yourself. Dawn saying, definitely look into CPTSD. Yes, I will. That's right up my street, by the way. I find it interesting. Dawn saying, crappy childhood. Furry and Jerry Wise are really helpful for me. So Furry and Jerry Wise are really helpful for you. I've never heard of them, but I'll look into it. Thanks. I'm going to write that down. One moment, please. Because if I don't write it down, I will forget, Dawn. Give me a second. CPTSD. And then you've said Furry and Jerry Wise. And Dawn is saying, yeah, it keeps coming back until you do. Yeah, until you learn the lesson, it's going to keep repeating. Until you're repeating. Sorry if the video just went off then, it's come back on. Crappy childhood furry. Wow, what a name. Sorry, Crappy childhood furry. Wow. Right. Never heard of that before. Anyone that's watching here, maybe check that out. It sounds interesting. The Honourable Mrs. Winthrop said, my childhood was magical. Started drinking at 12. Disney could never. Oh, sorry, drinking at 12. That's really young, isn't it? Yeah, I went through a stage like that. I was drinking. I used to, believe it or not, God, when I was in my teenage years and 20s, I used to drink a lot. I don't drink much now. I used to take drugs a lot. I was in a bad place, mate. Trust me. I've been to hell. Yep, I've been to hell in my own mind. And it took me a long time to get away from it. I failed so many times as well to come away from the shit that I was in, basically. Was I responsible for some of it? Yeah, I was. Was I an idiot? Yes, I was. Did I have a lot to work on? Yes, I did. I've not solved it all now. I'm still working on things now, of course, but I'm in a lot better place than I was in my 20s. Oh my God, I was an absolute idiot. I work as if any of you know or don't know, I work as a nurse. I'm a nurse. I'm a qualified nurse. I work as a scrub nurse in operational department theatres. So I help basically assist the surgeon with instruments and things like that. So I'm in a good place now. And when I was in my 20s, would I ever think that I'd ever become a nurse? I'd have gone, no chance. Would you ever think that I'd have gone to university? They'd be like, no chance. I'd have been saying there's no way I could ever be those things. But I come away from it. I came away from a lot of toxic people as well. But it took time, mate. A lot of soul searching, a lot of reading, a lot of hard facing your demons, let's say. It's hard. Don't say my best friend does that job too. She's a scrub nurse, scrub practitioner. There's scrub nurses, and then there's operational department practitioners, ODPs. But we both kind of do the same job within the theatre. Yeah, I love doing it. I love my job, by the way. It's not always good though. Let's be honest, it's not always good. But it's interesting. It keeps me on my toes. I'm very adaptable, actually. I'm very good at adapting. I do a lot of different things within the theatre, within different procedures, basically. Yep, that's it, Dawn. Bang on. You know exactly. If your close friend does it, then I don't even need to explain it to you. You'll know. You're helping to fix people, which is a good thing. That's what I like about it. You're helping to fix people, basically. It's positive. There's a result at the end of it as well. Most of the time, let's say. What's this? Muslim saying, you look like a Templar. A Templar. Do I look like a Templar? Sorry, can you forgive my ignorance? What's a Templar? Explain, please, Muslim. Explain what is a Templar? What does that mean? Oh, the Honourable Mrs. Winthrop has said, Grandad was a brewer, so I wasn't drinking underage. I was sampling the family business. And Dawn saying that she loves it. Yeah, it's a nice job. It's a nice job. The pay is not amazing, let's be honest. It's okay. It's not amazing. It can be stressful. But it's interesting. I'm not going to talk in depth about that today. I don't think I want that. No, I'm not. But I like the job that I do. This is my passion project, of course. This is what interests me. This is just, I get autonomy over this as well, which is great. I believe that my point of being on this earth is to help people. I think it is. That's what I believe anyway. And to help people become better versions of themselves, and to work on myself at the same time as well. But I don't always get it right. I'm not always perfect, of course. I've run out of things to say, to be honest. Thank you for anyone that's watched. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a great Sunday. Make the best of it. If you want to check out my channel, then please do. It's in the early stages. I've been at it 7 months. I'm going to keep creating more content. Dawn saying you helped me today, Brad. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Dawn. You helped me as well. And you helped others. You definitely did. So thank you. Thanks back to you as well. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, been amazing. Thanks for your insights. Thanks for sharing what your. Thanks for sharing part of your story, and it's useful. And especially that carnivore thing. I'm gonna think about that myself. So thanks for that. So yeah, I'll be back here next Sunday at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to keep doing these at least once a week. I do another live during the week, but it's just when I can fit it into my life. because I work about 50 hours a week and do this, so it's hard to get it in, but I do my best to get it in. Start saying I hope to catch you all again as soon as possible. Yeah, I hope so too. So have a great day. Thank you for your time. If you want to subscribe and join the tribe, then please do, because I'm going to bring you more content out like this in the near future. Anyway, that's it. Thank you and goodbye.